Hello?
Is this the legendary one and only Dennis Prager?
I'll get him.
Connected on that voice.
Dennis, how are you? How you doing?
I'm probably doing as well as much of the country. I'm nervous. I'm nervous with hope.
Nervous with hope. So you're watching all the scores. You're watching all the things that's coming up. Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Arizona. How you feeling about it tonight?
Well, Hugh Hewitt is calling in. I could talk to them. Sorry about that. How am I feeling? Okay. I'm worried about this notion, this utterly irresponsible notion, that in Pennsylvania and Georgia, they stopped counting at 10:30 so that they could go to have a nice night's sleep. Like they don't owe it to the country.
No kidding.
100%.
They should be a joke for
They stopped
Pennsylvania.
counting at 10:30?
Stopped counting at 10:30.
That's right.
How do you
That's
do
correct.
that?
He said he just announced it too.
And Pennsylvania's rule that they could count ballots until Friday.
What?
That is infuriating.
Yeah, no kidding.
What?
Two rogue states.
That's why I'm telling you, I don't think we don't know.
So that was, you said Pennsylvania, Dennis, and what was the other state?
Georgia.
Georgia.
So let me ask you.
Is unexpectedly double-digit lead.
Yeah,
in
both
Georgia.
of them.
So then here's a question for you. Can we find out results without those two states?
It's possible. It depends on Michigan, Wisconsin, and maybe even Minnesota. Look, what the only other absolutely clear thing is that the pollsters were wrong again. Trump may not win, but the pollsters look absurd, and I don't know why people take them seriously. It's like voodoo.
Dennis, you've been around the politics for a while. How often have you seen states just decide in the middle of the night we're not going to count tonight?
I don't recall this happening. I don't recall a lot of things. I don't recall in the history of America people who didn't sign up to get an absentee ballot. Tens of millions of people get ballots in the mail. I know so many individual cases of it gone awry. My friend's daughters moved from California like 8 years ago to Texas. They got ballots in California and ballots in Texas.
Wow.
Do you think there can be other states tonight, like in Michigan or Wisconsin, that can just say, we're not counting tonight until tomorrow or the next day?
If in fact it's that close and they haven't done the mail-in ballots, that's probably what they'll announce.
Can they legally do that?
States can do whatever they want. It's the advantage and disadvantage of the system. I prefer states having power, but when Democrats run states, you get corruption. There is no exception to that rule, of which I know, and this is another example.
God. Yeah, what are they going to do with those ballots overnight?
That's my concern.
Wow.
My concern is that they'll figure out where did you ever notice that whenever they find ballots in close races, they're always Democratic ballots? They never find Republican ballots. They never get lost. Isn't that astonishing?
So you sound very optimistic.
No, I said I have hope, and let's put it this way: I was utterly pessimistic 4 years ago. I am more optimistic this time. So for whatever that's worth. I have a theory that optimism and pessimism are both worthless. But I'll happily go on your podcast and give my theory on pessimism and optimism and their worthlessness.
Well, I definitely look forward to that, because when you talk, you make the mind work, because your perspective's always a little bit different. But here's the last question for you before we let you go, and you can go on. Hugh Hewitt. What is the biggest difference, in your opinion, between a Biden 2020 versus a Hillary 2016?
There's no difference. The Democrats have become a left-wing party in the last 20 years. They are not a liberal party. If they were a liberal party, I would still vote Republican, but I would be able to sleep at night. I didn't stay up all night when Bill Clinton won. I didn't vote for him, but so be it. He was a liberal. He wasn't a leftist. But now it's the Destroy America Party versus the Republicans. That's the difference.
So that's what you're calling the left wing, because I just want for our listeners to understand exactly
This
what
is
you're
Ray
saying.
Crockett, two-time Super Bowl champion with the Denver Broncos. Ray Crockett. Go ahead, Ray.
And I just wanted you to clarify more of what you're calling a left wing, just so that we know, why did you not sleep? Because of...
Okay, because of the left, all over the world, the left hates America. The American left is no different. And the proof is, the example, the 1619 lie of the New York Times, that will be taught to almost all school children in America. America was founded to have slavery. That was its purpose. The revolution did not start America. Slavery started America. The idea that America is founded in slavery. For every country on earth, every ethnicity, every race, every religion had slaves, every single one. But they single out America because they hate it. Brazil got 12 million slaves. America got 360,000 slaves. Are they attacking Brazil? No, because Brazil is not a threat to the left. America is a threat to the left because America is a capitalist success. It is a religious success. Everything they hate, we've been successful in.
Who's they? Who's the left?
Yeah, because I like
the left is the people who consider America needing fundamental transformation. They are people who do not believe in the excellence of capitalism. And most, even bigger than that, they do not believe in free speech. The left, since Lenin, there is no exception. I've studied the left my whole life. The left has always, there is no exception, suppressed free speech wherever and whenever it has power, from Vladimir Lenin and the Russian Revolution to the university campus in the United States today, to Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and Twitter. Twitter's the worst.
So you're saying that big tech is the current leftists?
Insofar as free speech is concerned, absolutely.
Okay. I just want to know who you mean by they.
Yeah, what about speech and protest?
No, it's a very fair question. I'll answer everything you ask.
Does speech and protest go the same?
I'm sorry?
Does speech and protest, or is that the same as far as your freedoms?
Yeah, you're totally free to protest in the United States. Nobody says no. You're not free to riot. You're not free to loot. You're not free to burn. You're not free to smash. But you're certainly free to protest.
So why were the other side? Why were the Republicans so upset at the free protesting that Colin Kaepernick started then?
Because he was ruining the sport, and they weren't against. They never said he wasn't free to do it. You're free to burn the American flag, as far as we're concerned. What if Colin Kaepernick had burned the flag before a game? Is he free to do so? Absolutely. Free doesn't mean you should do it.
Okay.
This is the first time in American history that sports have been politicized. What if people took the knee who are pro-life? What if pro-life athletes? America has abortion. I'm not going to stand for the national anthem. I would be just as upset.
I do agree with the hypocrisy. I think that obviously Tim Tebow is a good correlation to make there. He was given incredible amounts of scrutiny for, worshiping his Savior, and then. And he still did it, but, now, everybody's saying, well, Colin Kaepernick should be able to do it. And I think there's a massive amount of hypocrisy there, but I don't, I do think that we need to be really careful in our professional sports about what we align with. I mean, so professional sports in history, right, they've aligned with, breast cancer, right? Everybody wears pink. They've aligned with Lou Gehrig's disease in baseball, right? But when you start to bring in an organization like Black Lives Matter, and you have to be able to compartmentalize this, once again, there has to be logic here, right? So is the Black Lives Matter movement important? Yes, but the organization is crap. Okay, so I want somebody, I've been asking this for weeks, I've been asking this for actually months. I want somebody to show me all the massive amounts of money that Black Lives Matter has raised. I want you to show me one black family that's benefited from it. I want you to show me a scholarship I want you to show me a house
Dennis,
paid off.
what do you think about that? What do you think about what
she's
she's saying?
Because you can't.
What she's saying is so true. Let me make it very clear. The left cares about blacks as much as communists cares about workers. Communists use workers to get into power, and then they craft on the workers. The left doesn't care about any group. It uses them to gain power. The left doesn't care about women. The proof is that when biological men race against biological women in high school sports, they think it's fair. They don't care. It's a non-issue protecting women. The elementary right to race against people of your own sex. The communists or the left has always used groups. The president has done more for blacks. If you care about blacks, you should have voted for the Republicans. If you care about being angry, then you should vote for the Democrats. So the question is, if I'm a black, I have two choices. Do I want a better life, or do I want to shit on America?
And the Republicans give a better life how?
Well, because it's the lowest black unemployment rate, because it says we are not going to lower standards for blacks, because unlike the left, we believe blacks are just as capable as every other group in America to succeed if they work hard. But if you say people should work hard, according to the left, you are now a racist. If you say that you're colorblind, according to the left, you are now a racist. If you say there shouldn't be all black dormitories, according to the left, you are now a racist. Every liberal idea is opposed by the left. They believe in all black dorms. So does the Ku Klux Klan.
I can't say that I got that from the left, but I mean, you say you know. I mean, maybe you know a lot more than me.
Would you?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I just what you're saying, I haven't really fully heard a lot. Name names, would you? You're saying they. You're saying leftists. You're saying them.
The New York Times. The New York Times.
Name names
University.
though. Like you're saying the
What do you
editor-in-chief
mean?
of
Charles M. Blow, columnist, New York Times. Does it mean anything to you? The average
I love Charles
American
Blow.
professor. Okay, I think Charles Blow has done blacks more harm than almost any living writer. He teaches his kids in his own columns. He teaches his kids that whites hate them. Is that a lie or is that a lie? I'm a Jew. If I taught my Jewish kids that Christians hate them, I would be doing the biggest disservice to my children. It's a form of child abuse to raise a black kid to think whites hate him. He's abused his children, Charles Blow.
Dennis, as a fellow member of the tribe, MOT, why do 75% of Jewish people vote Democrat? What's wrong with them?
American Jewry has become an embarrassment to this Jew who has done so much for Judaism. I wrote the most widely used introduction to Judaism in the English language, the most widely used commentary on the Torah at this time. I founded a synagogue, a Jewish day school. I was a leader in the Soviet Jewry movement. I am embarrassed by my fellow 75% of my fellow Jews who have traded in Judaism for leftism. That is their new religion. The Jews who believe in the Torah are Orthodox, and they vote Republican.
So, at what point did it change for me? Because I mean, I'm wondering this myself. Why do so many blacks vote Democrat other than Republican?
Because
as well?
they just like the Jews, they have accepted the brainwash that conservatives hate them. Donald Trump has done more for the Jews than any president, virtually any president of my lifetime, and 60% of Israeli Jews support Trump. Of Israel's Jews, interesting, isn't it? Not American Jews are unique in their leftism. Unique.
Wow. You have a follow-up with that, Adam? I mean, you had that question, so maybe you got a
to.
follow-up as a fellow Jew.
Yeah, well, obviously, if you're an Orthodox Jew, you tend to be more conservative. That's
Yeah,
just
why?
Like if you're an
think that?
evangelical Christian, you tend to
Why?
be more conservative.
That's correct. I agree, which makes the case for religion, doesn't it?
There we go.